I don't cry when I hear your name anymore, and that should mean something, but it doesn't. I go to work, make my bed, and some messages on time. Everyone says you're doing so well, and I am mostly. But there's an empty chair at the end of every good day, and it always feels like you should be in it. I don't miss you the way I used to, but sometimes I miss the way I used to feel. I'm okay, I really am, but I'm still not happy, and it's not your fault. It just turns out that healing is quieter than I thought. I deleted the photos, not out of anger, just I didn't want to see your hands in my memories anymore. And I don't flinch when someone asked what happened. I just say it wasn't meant to last. You didn't break me, but you did. Leave a silence, I still walk around. I'm okay, and I mean it this time, but I'm still not happy, and I think I'm learning to live with that. It smelled like winter, even when the flowers started to bloom. You left it on purpose, or maybe you forgot. Either way, I kept it, like keeping a moment alive. I wore it through April like a second skin. I wasn't ready to shed. You didn't say goodbye, but I heard it anyway. I wore your sweater in spring when the air should have felt lighter. When the colors came back and I didn't, I carried your absence like sleeves, too long to fill. My friend said I should pack it away, but you don't fold grief into drawers. You just wear it out until it stops hurting. Maybe next spring I'll forget how heavy it was. Maybe, but not today. I wore your sweater and sweater because some promises don't need words. They just linger in the things you leave behind, like We didn't last, but that doesn't mean we weren't beautiful. You came in like autumn light, soft and sudden, all at once. I didn't know what to call it, so I just called it good. We never promised, but I stayed like we could. I loved you right, even if you didn't stay. I held the space you filled without asking, and I don't regret it, not one second. You gave me quiet kinds of joy, like standing still without wondering when ends. I memorized your laugh just in case I lost it. You didn't break me, you just stopped looking back. I loved you right, even if you let go. You'll leave, but you won't take what I gave, because loving you was something I did well, and that's enough. I loved you right, even if you let go. You'll leave, but you'll lick, take what I gave, because loving you was something I did well. Enough, enough. You whispered always, like it was a secret. did either. You kept my name like a number you'd rather not delete, but lead, but won't use. And I thought if I meant something, you'd at least, yeah. But you never asked why I started to fade. You never asked why my laugh felt staged. You never asked what happened. You just let it happen. I stayed up just in case you remembered, but the silence was loyal to you. With no drama, just a voice you didn't try to stop. I wasn't loud, I wasn't cruel, I just disappeared and you let me. You never asked why, and maybe that's the answer. You never looked back, and now I've stopped waiting. You didn't ask, and now I don't stay. You didn't leave, I let you, and that feels different. I stopped asking if you'd change, because the answer was always in the way. You paused, you kissed me like a habit, and I stayed like it meant something. Wasn't loud, but it hurt like it was. I lit you, not because I stopped loving, but because I started loving myself more. And sometimes quiet choices save the most noise. I still hear your laugh in certain songs, but it doesn't shake me anymore. I folded every version of us and left it in a drawer. I no longer open. You weren't cruel, just careless, and I was careful for too long. I let you without burning what we had, and that feels like forgiveness without a scene. This is me walking out without slamming anything. You didn't leave, I let you. You didn't leave, I let you. You didn't leave like a storm, just faded like a quiet song. Your mug's still here with lipstick warm, and your keys still in the drawer. I kept it all, but not you. You needed space, I needed truth. I saw it coming, but still hoped you'd stay. Just one more night before it broke. You slipped away like sunlight through my hands, like a tide that never planned to stay. I didn't fight, I just stood and watched you slip away. The silence grew between each text, and your I love you sounded less. But we smiled and we kissed till it felt like pretend. I won't hate you, I never could. I just wish you understood. You slipped away like sunlight through my hands, like a tide that never planned to stay. I didn't fight, I just stood and watched you slip away. You slip I won't hate you, I never could. I just wish you understood. You slipped away like sunlight through my hands, like a tide that never planned to stay. I didn't fight, I just stood and watched you slip away. The song I used to hum, like pages lost in air and sun. And though I knew you wouldn't stay, it still hurts you slipped away. My room feels different, but maybe it's me. I left the light on for who I used to be. I cut my hair just a little too short, wrote a list of things I never fought for, called my mom just to hear her voice, and walked outside without checking yours. No one's waiting on the other side, but I'm still gonna try. I'm getting back to me, slow and soft and quietly, learning how to breathe without your name in every beat. It's not revenge or some big speech, just small things like peace. I'm I burned the shirt you left behind. It didn't smell like you this time. Played a song I used to skip. It didn't break me, not one bit. I don't miss you, but I miss the girl who believed she could change the world. Now she's coming back, one step at a time. I'm getting back to me in open space and quiet streets, loving all the parts I used to hide from someone who never tried. It's not about you, and it's finally free. I'm getting back to me. I used to check the sky before texting you, like clouds could carry answers. I wasn't brave enough to ask. You made me believe in signs, so I looked for them everywhere. But lately, the sky is just the sky, and that's a kind of freedom. I don't wait for lighting to tell me you still care. I stopped checking the sky. No more constellations to explain your distance. No more full moons to justify my tears. It was never about fate. You just left. I walk now without looking up too much. It's safer to focus on where I'm going. You don't need to be a storm to leave damage. And then I stopped checking the sky, because sometimes you have to look down to heal. And the clouds are just clouds again. I don't wait for lighting to tell me you still care. I stopped checking the sky. No more constellations to explain your distance. No more full moons to justify my tears. It was never about fate. You just left. You said it wasn't cheating if nothing really changed, but you don't call someone else by my nickname. You said you didn't mean it, but your voice gave you away. And I've been shrinking just to let you stay. If I'm endless, would you be small so you could feel tall. But now I see I should've left first. You blame me for the distance, but you never crossed a line. I sent you 100 chances, you replied once out of time. I thought love was compromise, but I was the only one bending. Now the truth tastes bitter, but at least it's ending. If I meant less, would you have held tighter? If I said nothing, would you smile wider? I swallowed my voice to echo your world, but I'm done being unheard. You'll forget me, but I won't forget me again. I keep driving past that street we said goodbye. Sometimes I park and just sit there a while. Your jacket's still in the backseat fold. I could throw it out, but I won't be that bold. The coffee's still bitter without your hand, but every sip still tastes like when. Do I stay where your voice still lingers, or start over with nothing but fingers crossed for better and scared of worse, stuck in the space between healing and hurt? The playlists skip like they know too well. Every lyric's now a little farewell. My friends say go, but they never stayed for the quiet parts when you looked my way. I packed once, but slept on the floor, 'cause empty rooms feel like war. Do I stay where the ghosts are kind, or start over with no map to find the version of me you never met, the one who leaves without regret? Maybe love's not what we thought at first. Maybe staying was making it worse. So I'll stay just a little more, till the memory fades at the bedroom door. And when it does, I'll know the way, not back to you, but where I'll stay. I rushed the ending like it hurt to wait. closed the door too fast before you could explain. I told myself we'd only waste more time, but maybe I was scared of what we might find. I made it look clean, but it tore me apart. You were still reaching and I broke it off. If I'd stayed, if I'd let you speak, if I hadn't packed by the end of the week, would we have grown or just delayed the fall? I don't know, but I still wonder at all. I heard you smiling more than you used to. You stopped biting your nails like I tried to get you to. I guess she loves you in all the quiet ways. I never learned to give or say, and maybe I failed at being soft, but I never meant to count the cost. If I'd stayed, if I fought for us, if I hadn't shut down when things got tough, would you still hold me in the dark you hate? Or would you still have walked away late? There's no redo, no message to send, just this version of me learning to mend. You're okay now, and I'm not the same. We were close, but not enough to remain. And maybe love wasn't lost or fake, but we both knew it wouldn't break safe. I still hear your voice in songs you never liked, like you left pieces in the quiet night. The shirt you gave still fits too well and smells like August and things we never tell. I said I'd move on, and maybe I have, but no one makes me forget you like that. I still call you mine, but only in silence. I say your name when there's no one to mind it. And even if years pull us apart, you still live here somewhere in my heart. I try to laugh with someone new, but they didn't echo the way you do. can't show, not with words, but with letting you go. And maybe you've healed, and maybe you've tried, but I still love you from the quiet side. You look settled now, like you never broke. She wears the shoes you said you never own. Your laugh got louder, your hair looks clean. You look like the version you never were with me. And I tell my friends I'm really glad he's fine, but I bite my tongue every single time. Good for you, but I'm not. I still flinch when I hear your song. I wish you well, and I mean it too. But part of me hates how fast you moved. You hold her hand like it's always been hers, and smile like you forgot how we hurt. I keep my cool, but deep inside I still scream when they say you're doing fine. I post my life like it's all okay, but there's a part of me you still outweigh. Good for you, but I'm not. I still pretend you're not what I want. I toast to love like I believe in it, but part of me breaks every time you commit. I should be proud you figured it out, but it stings you did it without me. Good for you and your brand new heart. You got closure while I fell apart. I hope she's kind and never doubts, but don't expect me to clap this out. I gave you Sunday in every storm. You took the calm but left the form. I told you things I never wrote. You smiled once and called it note. I stayed when loud, you stayed when fine. You said I care but drew a line. You got the light but not the burn. I opened up, you didn't learn. I gave too much of me to someone still closed. I said it all, you just froze. I showed my worst, you stayed polite. I cried in full, you dimmed the light. You liked my calm, not what came through. You held the best, not what was true. You let me give, but gave control. You stayed around, but not reached the top, I showed the inside. I gave the pain, you left the song. You stayed soft when I stayed alone. You didn't break me, you just stood while I kept giving more than you could. I gave too much of me, and that's the ache. You watched me pour but didn't take. You held the smile, I held the cry, and that's the part you walk by. I told you things I never told. I gave you word I still hold. I said I'm scared, you changed the frame. I said I'm here, you missed my name. I stayed up late just to be clear. You stayed quiet then disappeared. You heard the sound but not the thought. I gave you pieces you forgot. Everything I said just filled the air. You looked at me like I wasn't there. I gave you pages, you closed the book. I told the truth, but you never looked. I asked, do you know what I mean? You smiled like I caused a scene. You said I care, but left me the line. I stayed in, you skipped the sign. I gave you hours, you gave me pause. I opened first, you shut the cause. Everything I said was mine to keep. You stayed safe, I fell deep. I told my world, you gave a nod. I begged and played, but you saw fog. Maybe words don't mean the same. I said I care, you played a game. Everything I said I still believe, even if you didn't receive. I told the truth, you called it wrong, but I meant it all along. She made me feel small, like something just out of place. I'd catch your eyes drift toward her and vanish without a trace. I tried to be softer, tried to shrink my flame, but every version you wanted never answered my name. She gets to be yours, and I'm still unlearning the way you looked at me like I was always burning. She gets your calm, your hands, your laugh. I get the silence when you never look back. She never had to ask, you gave her all you withheld. I spend my love like a currency in a place you never dwelled. I walked beside you, but always a step behind. Now she stands where I stood, but you call it right time. She gets to be yours in the way I tried to be, but I was too much story, not enough simplicity. She gets your mornings, your songs, your door. I get the lesson that trying means no more. You said love wasn't meant to feel like regret, but I carry the weight of the things you forget. She gets to be yours while I fade into air. I gave you the map, you just changed who went there. She gets the peace I begged you to see, but I know now not everything you fight for was ever meant to be. I passed your street without a plan. The light was green, but my hands ran. Your hoodie's there in the back seat, still folded right like you might need. You said we'd ride through every town. Now I just turn the volume down. I still drive with both hands tied, taking roads we lit at night. But the air feels sharp and wide without your voice to fill the ride. I stop at lights you never see. I check my mirror like you'd be. They say to heal, just change the view, but all these streets still feel like you. You used to talk at every turn. Now silence sits and lets it burn. I still drive with songs we knew, windows cracked like I miss you, but no one's there to ask me why. I still pretend we didn't die. smallest things, but you always find my hand. Like that alone makes you understand. It's not perfect, but it's real, and every scar just helps it heal. So stay with me anyway, on the good days and the gray. Not 'cause we have to, but we choose to stay. You don't need to fix what isn't broken, just hold my truth like it's been spoken. Some nights feel a little far, but your breath still knows my heart. You see me clear when I fall apart, and stay close when I restart. We've built this home from quiet trust, a kind of love that learns from dust. So stay with me anyway, even when I pull away. And if my voice shakes or hides, you'll know it's me trying to try. You never ran when it got hard, you leaned in with both arms. This isn't luck, this is intent, this is the promise after the end. So stay with me anyway, not for show, not for praise, just 'cause I'm yours and you are mine. Not by fate, but by design. And if we fall, we'll still remain side by side through joy and strain. I almost said it when you looked away. It sat on my tongue and begged to stay. You laughed at something I didn't hear. I smiled like I wasn't near. What if it's too much? What if it's too soon? What if I love you makes me the fool? Say it or don't, that's the choice I hold. Between burning quiet or burning bold. I wanna be honest, but I don't wanna fall without knowing if you'll catch me at all. I replay our moments like film on mute, trying to read what your eyes compute. You lean so close, but never through. I count the inches between me and you. I write the words and erase the line. talking too loudly and getting lost. I've said it before to the wrong face, heard silence back and kept my place. So now I sit with all I want and ask again, say it or don't. Say it or don't, but I know it's true. I'm already gone if I can't say it to you. I wanna mean it without regret, but I'm scared of what I won't forget.